back with another card with the ant. And oh goodness, this chair. I can't move. Okay, so here's the question. Are you ready, babe?
I'm ready.
Okay. What is the next chapter in our relationship?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it
That's it.
says.
That's it. That's all.
Wow. That is
Yeah, it's a bit tough, I
a
think.
very interesting question.
Uh,
Uh,
you want me
can
to
can
answer
you
first?
no, can you ask it one more time?
Absolutely. What is the next chapter in our relationship?
What is the next chapter in our relationship? I feel like that could be answered in many ways. The next chapter in our relationship is largely continuing to grow, seeing what this new phase of life takes us to,
Mm-hmm.
and how it impacts our relationship, and how it can evolve with these circumstances being what they are, in embarking on this new journey and building mutual intentional love as not only a podcast but a business as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's something that affects the relationship. It affects the time that we spend. It affects the time that we have to spend.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say it does largely help that the core of mutual intentional love is our relationship.
Yeah.
So that's one factor that does help with our growth. And I would also say this is a good opportunity to pause, and we
Yes.
will be right back. And we're back, everybody. And that pause was ties in to exactly what I was
Yeah.
talking about.
That's what I was going to say too for me answering, but you say what you were going to say first.
Yeah, that it ties into the answer in our relationship also involving this new phase of parenthood.
Mm-hmm.
And that brief pause was to go check on our youngest.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something that's also impacting our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
In having two under two and a teen,
Mm-hmm.
and all of these different needs that they have. And I would say the next chapter and phase in our relationship involves the new versions of parents that we need to be,
Mm-hmm.
and figuring out what that looks like for us. I feel like the next phase is a transitional and transformative phase in all of these endeavors that are happening simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're teaching our oldest how to drive. We are entering potty training phases, introducing new foods, and also getting to the point where our youngest, we can introduce her to solids now. So it's all of these things happening while also building our business. That's
Mm-hmm.
a brand new business. And building mutual intentional love while also keeping the core of our relationship the same,
Mm-hmm.
and not losing sight of us in everything that's going on, in the many directions that we're being pulled in. We're also still growing as individuals and figuring out what that looks like as we're in these new roles and learning ourselves in these roles.
Yep.
So I would say that would be my answer. The next chapter of our relationship is transitional and transformative.
Yes. So as we always have done, you can now read it to me.
So, wife, what is the next chapter in our relationship?
Well, husband, you literally said everything. Like, you didn't let me answer because you said it all. But the only thing that you didn't say, surprisingly, is this maternity leave is ending.
Yeah.
And that is truly the next chapter, is having to return to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And add that to everything that was just said, and it's a lot.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot, but I would also say the fact that we are so mutually intentional about our love and the way that we navigate life, not just having it exclusive to love, but in every aspect of our lives.
Yeah.
I feel like we do a good job in handling everything that arises.
Yeah, for sure. We do.
And that's a very beautiful thing to have.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with that, this is the end of this episode.
Yep. This series. I guess episode. Sure.
Episode, video, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know.
For this card. That's the end for this card.
For this card.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense.
And as always, everybody, we'll see you next week, and stay well and prosper.